having tutoring available to support that academic pursuit, which is so important to families, is part of readiness for the volunteer force.
There's always the potential that that soldier can be called up at any time to go.
My family has traveled around with me, moving every 1.5 to 2 years. Having resources like Tutor.com was important to me and to us to be able to do that.
As a parent, you're concerned about, are there gaps, in what my child has learned.
If a tutor can fill in that gap and all of a sudden you're not in a gap anymore, you're off and running, that's just an amazing service.
They are available 24/7, 365 days a year.
We want to make sure that we're surrounding kids with convoys of support, and that educational opportunity means academics, it means relationships, and it means help in finding the way.
But those children are very aware, when is mommy or daddy going to have to leave again?
When you're in a military family, your parents aren't around that often when it comes to helping you with your homework. Sometimes they can't even help you with that.
And there would come up problems if we couldn't talk to daddy because he was at work.
The other dynamic that makes it unique is redefining those roles constantly through deployment.
I wasn't always there, so my wife was at home by herself, trying to take care of them as well as their educational needs.
And we really wanted to know, was there a deep understanding in Tutor.com of the unique needs of military-connected kids who have a life of school transitions, but you know what, they're also punctuated by separations from a parent.
When your parents are off working, you have to take care of the siblings, you keep the house clean, cook the dinner, get your homework done.
When that soldier does deploy, now those roles are redefined and questions have to be answered that they had. Who does the laundry? Who takes out the trash? Who's going to help with homework?
You kind of teach yourself not to rely on anybody, be more independent.
We saw grades increase and GPAs rise due to Tutor.com.
What's a little harder to measure is the confidence. How do you measure that? And how long does it take you to feel like, okay, I can soar here too, just like I could soar in the previous place.
But when you look at this one problem, it just looks like Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Sometimes I get nervous I'm falling behind, and then I start getting anxious about how I'm doing.
Because of our family philosophy of making education a priority, it's always been important for us to make sure that they were getting the best education that was available to them wherever we lived. Tutor.com has that broad support to be able to help them through whatever they may be doing.
If you're at East Coast time or West Coast time, it's just there, and it's handy, and the kids are not afraid to use it.
They can access Tutor.com no matter where they are.
Having someone else to reach out to help them helped ease my mind so that I could be ready to do the mission that I needed to do no matter where that was.
And if there's success in the home, the soldier's going to be successful to carry out the mission.
And I appreciate that Tutor.com for military families is available.
This is one of the most relevant services that we offer our soldiers and families.
First the Marines and then the Army and then DoD could see that this was a service that had not ever been available to students but could be available. It's to their credit.
It is a lot more helpful to be in a one-on-one situation where your questions are like the ones that are getting answered.
It's just you and the person on the computer.
It's the quality of the tutoring that I think sets Tutor.com apart.
So I went on and I used it, and I found out how simple it was and how easy and how useful it really was.
You may talk to your teacher in the classroom, but it's not as focused on what your individual skills are.
I was able to learn how to learn.
The one that comes off the bench for that child is the right person at the right time with the right content knowledge.
They don't have to put on a show for each other. There's no pretense about it. It's everybody can be who they are.
It kind of takes off that pressure and that shame so that you don't really feel as embarrassed to ask for help.
It's a personal interaction.
I look forward to going on Tutor.com and learning new things.
It even helped me on my science test today.
I would think every student in America should have access to it. I mean, it's that good.
It is amazing.
Tutor.com comes in and saves the day.